Hey YouTube, welcome back everybody. So, we've worked on gas engines, we've worked on steam engines, we gave away an electric engine, and we've even played with Stirling engines and flame liquor engines. So, let's work on something that's not an engine. Let's take a look at this little cannon here. Kind of a neat little toy, cast iron and sheet steel. And before we get started on this, I wanted to let you know that I'm no way whatsoever sponsored or whatnot by the Conestoga Company. I did call them to ask if I had their permission to say their name on this video, and they said sure, no problem. But I wanted to let you guys know that if you guys have one of these or find one or buy one, all of these parts are still available. And I mean, this company's been in business for 110 years, and for a company to continue to sell all their parts, I mean, here's one of their parts lists. Everything is still available. They're based out of the USA. They've been, like I said, in business for 110 years. So I guess if you guys were thinking about getting something fun just to have sitting around and to play with, it might be kind of neat to check them out. But alright, well, let's take a look at this. I do have the box that it came with, which is right here. And judging by the dates and so on it, there's no dates, but there's also no zip code. And zip codes came out in 1963. So, I mean, this in here is at least 59 years old. And think of how many kids have played with it. And it may not have had a very good life. But let's look and see what all we need to get for this. This is, they call this the igniter. And we've got teeth in here. And there's supposed to be a spring-loaded, like a Zippo lighter that holds a flint, and when you push this, which is stuck, down, that makes your spark. So we need some parts for this. That's supposed to sit on here and lock and not turn any further, but as you can see that this part is no longer serviceable. We'll have to replace that. This is the charger, which holds, well, it's powdered calcium carbide. There's supposed to be a spring in there. When you shove this down, that puts a measured charge of calcium carbide in. Well, the spring's gone, and we'll see what we can do about getting one of those. And by looking, it's been knocked over or dropped because this wheel, I don't know if you guys can see the crack in it, but this wheel is cracked and obviously bent. So let's see what we can do for parts. Okay guys, well, through the magic of the internet, phone calls, and editing, we have all this was sent to us, and along with our replacement parts. Brand new set of wheels, same exact thing. They've not changed. They've not changed anything. So we've got that. We have our, well, they call it the spark plug. I'll show you guys how it works. It just, see the spark? So we've got our ignition and our starter. We have a replacement dispenser for our calcium carbide powder, and we also have the new cap that, oh, if you guys see the bottom here, see how that's tapered. So this goes on and keeps it from coming out. So we've got our replacement parts, and we're gonna have to clean this up, but I think our paint might come close to matching. We'll find out. If we need to repaint this, we will, but we'll put it together. Let me get all this apart, and yeah, then we'll see what we've got. We will try it out. We will fire it. I think it's just kind of neat, so let me start taking this apart. Okay, well, we've got it all apart. We've got our wheels off. And yeah, you guys can see down in there, but how this works is this bottom half is filled with water, and calcium carbide, when introduced with water, will make acetylene gas. Same principle as with old miners' headlamps and so on. Same principle. So you got your water that's down in the bottom, and when you push in, we'll use this old one. I'll take it out and show you. Maybe we could take it out. But you see the notch that's cut in here? When this goes up inside, and this is filled with calcium carbide dust, when you push that down, that allows this to drop into the water, which makes your acetylene gas. And then when you push your plunger down, this back in here gets filled with acetylene gas. So when you push it down, your spark sets off your gas. There's no projectile. I can show you. We can take the barrel off. It's just a hollow barrel. You see the engine back through there? It's just a hollow barrel. All these are noisemakers. They're not a firearm. So, okay, well, let me see about dusting this and cleaning it up a little bit. She's pretty dirty and a little bit bent up, but we'll get it cleaned up and see what it looks like, and then we'll start putting it all back together. And you know, here just a little bit, but it'll be all reassembled. And put some water down in here, and we do have some bang sight is what they call it, and you guys can see what it looks like. And hell, we'll shoot it right here in the shop. So let me get this here. I'll take a toothbrush and get it all cleaned off, and we'll go from there. So hang on. All right, guys. Well, it looks a little bit better. It's pretty well straightened out, and I'm not 100% sure that our paint's gonna match. We're not quite right on our paint color yet, but well, it'll be close enough for what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be putting it together to shoot it, and if need be, I can always take it back apart and paint it. So, all right. Well, I guess we can always start by, let's get this cap put back on here in the back. It's got these teeth. Let me show you those teeth, and if we look at the original one, they're folded under. You guys see how they're folded under, and then they grab on this lip, but we want to have it clocked to where we're comfortable with it. So we'll figure out the best way that this fits, which is probably right there. So then when we tighten that down, that'll lock in right there. So let me start bending these tabs under, and we'll get that attached. So give me a second. All right, well, we've got that on there. We did really chew up the paint, but it doesn't match. We're gonna end up repainting the whole thing anyhow. So now that this is part of it, it'll match. And we're gonna have to repaint this because, well, you guys see our paint colors, they don't quite match. But we're gonna thread this in, and surprisingly this whole thing came apart very, very easily. I was really impressed. So all right, well, this is where our bang sight will go. We push in our charger, and then once that's full, raise this up, and that should set off our spark. So let's get some wheels on here, make it look like a cannon. We'll put a barrel on it too, and pull this pin right here, insert our barrel, and lock it in. And we've got a, well, hopefully ready to function and fire cannon. So let's get this unscrewed one more time. We put our water down here in the bottom. So let me get some water in there, and then we'll open up our bang sight and fill our little powder. So let me get some water. All right. We have water down in there. Let's see if I can get this to where you guys can see what's happening. How neat is this? We get to fire 3 things in the same week all together. All right, that's up. Now we're going to take our crushed calcium carbide here. Lift our lid. We're going to put some of this. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll get some. See, it's just dust. Completely safe. It's not going to hurt you. It doesn't do anything until it gets water to it. So, all right. We'll close our cap here. I think I am going to open this the walk-in door. Okay, guys, are you ready? We've got it loaded. I think we're ready to go. So, sorry. You guys see what's happening? I'm gonna push this in, and then, oh, there you go, guys. Well, that was fun. How neat is that? Well, it wasn't an engine, but hey, it was something that makes noise. That's always fun. So we do have another box sitting over here. We will we'll get that out here in a little bit. We'll get into it. So let me know what you guys think about this. I don't think we're gonna do too many things like this, but if you liked it, leave me a comment and let me know. But all right, thanks again, guys. We'll see you in a little while.